Good morning, welcome back to the channel from the Scottish borders. We've come to fish the whitewater today. I've been here 3 times before and it's never had any water in, and it's looking nice today. It's at a lovely height. Conditions are good, it's overcast. There's been a few fish caught. Confidence is, well, it's not high because we're still in February, but I think we've got a chance. We're starting off, we're on the Sage R8, 12 foot today, on a sink 3 tip with about 6 foot, a 15-pound leader, and a black and yellow pattern of my own. Haven't given it a name yet. So we're going to jump in this first pool, which is the Allenton Bridge pool on B2. And we're going to fish this all the way down to the boundary at the bottom, and then we're going to go and try B4. So we're not going to mess about this morning, we're just going to jump on the water, get fishing, see if we can get a fish out. Right, so here we go, just about our first cast. This is the pattern I've decided to run with, just something I came up with last night, just black and yellow, normally does well in the spring. Bit of a pearly flash body on there. I suppose it's a bit of a black and yellow cascade if you wanted to call it that. Tungsten cone. Start with a short line. Like I say, a couple of times I have come to fish here, it hasn't been, the conditions haven't been great, it's been practically empty. There's a little bit of water in there. I was advised by a friend that the tail end of the pool's worth a shot above the bridge, but obviously my permit doesn't cover that side of the bridge. I'm on an exchange pass from my club water from Bishop Auckland. Which only permits us to fish from beat 2 to beat 5. Beat 1's for season ticket holders. I don't know how deep this gets, so I'm just going to have to be careful. I did see a fish break the surface over on that far bank when I pulled up. I don't know if it was a trout or something big. I just seen the ripples as I was walking down. The water feels quite warm today. It's about 9-10 degrees air temperature. I just really want to cover the entrance to the tail of the pool there. In case anything's just come through and it's getting a breather. One last cast, I will move further down, go and have a venture. I've just come below that tail of that pool and it looks like there's a little deep drop off here, so just flicking a short line out, see if there's anything lying about. You never know, there's a really small river, so it's that type of fishing. Digging out little pockets and trying to find a fish that's laid up waiting for water. I was going to drop the fly down to a dress fly, but to be honest, this one looks quite nice in the water, so even though it is about an inch, well, it's a half-inch brass tube, but the dressing's about an inch. That far bank looks like somewhere you'd find fish lying up. Plonk the cast right on that far bank and we'll start working down this stretch. And I think the next pool is called the Ash Tree Pool, if I remember rightly. It's one of the hot spots. So I had a quick briefing off the gilly last time I was here, but he's not here yet. He's not a full-time gilly. I think the fish would, if any have come through here, they'll rest up here. You would have thought before this fast bit of water to get through. So the fly is maybe a little bit big and gory. Here's a little bit of colour in the water. It looks like there's a deep channel running down that back side. Went for a litre of 15-pound Maxima, because I know it is quite snaggy further down, or it was last time I was here, but it was really low. And I'm thinking now I should have maybe went for 10-12 pound fluorocarbon. But we'll see. I can always change it. There's a little bit sentimental fishing here for us. It was a favourite fishing place of my friend Billy, who sadly passed away a couple of years ago. This is one of his favourite rivers, hence why it's a little bit sentimental to us, and I come and try here. I just haven't had the right conditions, and any time I've been as yet. Today does look a lot better, but we are in February, so catching the bottom. I might have to try to move to a lighter fly here. This does have a tungsten core on it. It's just catching the bottom. Conditions are perfect, nice and overcast. I'm not sure about the water level, but I think it's good. It was reading 0.7 at Hutton Mills and fallen, which I think is about perfect, if I remember rightly. And that's where the beat we're going to try after this one. We'll have a venture further down. So the plan is I'm just going to cover as much water as I possibly can, because I can't remember, it was over a year ago that I was here. And I'm just looking at this fast little rifle here and thinking, you never know. You never know. There's only a small river, so anywhere I can see where it looks a tiny little bit deeper, I'm going to cover it. Try and find a way to get on that right hand bank. I'm sure you're fishing from the right hand bank down and then cross over again. There's maybe a spot behind us where I can cross. I'm sure there's a spot a little bit further down where you can cross through. I bet this is a great little river back end. September, October, but it's absolutely fantastic. Just hoping that there's somewhere I can get across. I might have to go back up and cross over. By the looks of things. A lovely fast guy coming down that far side. None of this was fishable last time I was here, so I'm presuming this is a good height. It feels nice. If there's any fish here, they'll be fresh off the tide, so I'm not too worried about the size of my fly. But yeah, I'm a little bit cautious. The water is quite clear, so I might have to change to something a bit smaller. I'm running on about 10% battery today because I've got two autistic kids and one of them decided he wasn't going to bed at all last night. So we're here on no sleep, which isn't ideal, but here nonetheless. Normally the case when I have something planned, he decides he's not going to bed. There's a nice little glidey bit of water, mind. Not sure how deep it is. I want to be on that other side ideally. I think it's too deep to wade. Maybe not. I haven't got my wading stick. Sure there'll be somewhere we can get across. I think the next bit down is called the ash tree pool. And that's one of the hot spots, and that's where we're heading for. Question is, do I go for it? Try and make it across in there. Could be a good idea, it doesn't look too deep. It's not very deep. He says. No, it's not very deep. We got across here, fish the other side. Right, so I'm just at the head of this fast water. I don't know how deep it is, so I think this is the ash tree pool, I can't remember. It's just stretch here, if I remember rightly. Just looking for an ash tree. Oh. I went for a swim here last February, I don't fancy going for another one. Bankside, I'm in a little bit of a hole. This looks like a nice bit of water, but it looks like it could do with some more water in, unless it's deeper on the far side. I think I could have done with just another foot of water in. However, if the fish have come in on that high water and it's dropped off, there's going to be the odd one getting stuck in these pools. Just had a take while the camera was off. A really good pull as well. Really good pull. Oh, I've just had a knot round my reel. I was just trying to get it out. It was just behind this boulder here. The fish had a go at it. Not sure what it was. I just felt the pulling. It was quite heavy. Don't know if there'll still be kelts knocking about here. I wouldn't have thought so. Possibly. You never know, we are still only in February. That was definitely a pull of some sort. Could be a trout. There's some big trout in here, I think. It was definitely a pull of some sort. It was definitely a fish. More than like as a trout. I had a few more casts over it and it didn't. There was nothing else I had to go at it, so I was going to come yesterday and I think that would have been the better day. I had to give 48 hours notice on my exchange ticket. Like I say, I think it is deeper down the bottom. And at least there's water in it, because the last 2-3 times, how many times I've been here, there's been no water in it at all. Apart from last February, and it was still quite shallow. It was shallower than this. Like I say, I went for a swim on the first 2 minutes under the bridge. Slid down the bank, hadn't replaced the studs in my boots. It was a cold one. Oh, there's a fish. Is that a fish or is that a snag? Snag. Oh, I thought that was a fish. I thought that was a fish. Now we've got a tangle. I need to get out. Interesting looking bit of water. Again, I don't know how deep it is, I can't really see. It's been overcast, so I'm glad I stuck with the tungsten fly now, so I need to get down in this. Although it's not that deep, there's a fast flow. It's not catching the bottom, it's coming around nice. Just don't know if this is deep enough or not. Not being familiar with the river. I hope I'm not wasting loads of time fishing water that's dead. It looks interesting. See, I think the water is a lot deeper on beat 4. I said it was sitting at 0.79 of a metre, I think, on the gauge, so I know it does drop off ridiculously fast, this river, being the first tributary of the River Tweed. I don't think it's deep enough for salmon to be lying in it, to be honest. I think down the bottom is going to be a better bet. But there again, I don't know the river, so the fish might still be running through it. Times like this when I wish my old muckabilly was still here. I'm very familiar with this river. Does look like it gets a bit deeper here. Is this the ash tree pool? Oh, this is where I'm wishing I brought the single-handed rod, I know that. Is that the ash tree, the dead tree on behind us? Somebody might know in the comments. The fish is here regular. There's a big dead tree there. I don't know if that's the ash tree. It does look deeper, more promising. I think it could be. Looks a lot more fishy. So I did see quite a big fish splashing in the sides under the bridge pool when I walked down. Not really season for trout to be splashing about for dry flies, I mean, so it could have been a sort of fish moving. Yeah, this is a nice little deep run here. I'm presuming this is the ash tree pool. So I just bumped into one of the locals and what I thought was the ash tree pool. I was fishing above the ash tree pool and he was actually just about to go in the ash tree pool. So I've had to leave that be and let him fish it. And he's advised us to come down this bottom end where it's a bit deeper, which is what one of my friends advised as well. So we're just having a stroll down there, so we'll jump back on and we'll get down there. So we're slogged on B2 for quite a bit. We've come to Hutton Mills to give this a go. Not familiar with this water at all, never even seen it before, so we'll just have to see how it goes. I'm just going to have a quick little look at my map and see if I can work out where we're at. So we'll jump back on, we'll get down to the water. So again, we're just trying to, anywhere that looks like it's got any deep little holes, I'm just trying to drop the fly in and let it swing through because I'm not familiar with the water at all. I'm just getting messages off a couple of mates saying just to fish everywhere apart from in the tree. Let's come off. Just cover all the water because they're saying that there might be fish where you wouldn't expect them, so that's what we'll do. It looks very fishy, to be honest. Looks like there could be fish anywhere. Let's get past this tree because that looks like it's going to cause us problems. Looks a little bit deeper on average here.
Still not mega deep, but this is where a single-handed rod would have come in handy, but I can just about get away with using this sage as a single-hander. All the videos I see, it all look nice and open. It's not that way now. Right, a bit more clear now. Oh, I bet in the summer it'll be good, you'll be able to come target them, be able to spot them. Looks like there's a nice deep little hole over the back of there. Looks like there's a nice deep channel running down the back of that far bank. Anyway, where there's overhanging branches is a good spot as any. If you get away without putting your fly in. Yeah, definitely more confident down here. It's a nicer piece of water. Alright, so back in the water, it's a little bit deeper, it's waist deep. Seems a nice height. A little bit awkward to fish with such of these small rivers. I've got to admit, it does look fishy, mind. It's perfect tinge of colour in the water. If there's any fish about, I think we've got a chance. Next time I come, I'm going to have to come with somebody that knows the water, so I'm not fishing blind. That's a miracle that I went through them gap in them trees. Absolute miracle. I'd love to say it was a perfection cast, but this is better water. I wish I'd come here this morning. Now I was supposed to come here this morning, and I thought I'll go and fish B2 that I'm familiar with. I wish I'd come here now. This is much better water. Or it feels better to me anyway. It feels like there could be fish resting up here. It was all fast glidey water on B2, just about. There was only one or two little pools that I could fish. This feels better. Don't like that window. The water just looks snaggy and horrible. It's full of weed and trees and branches. So I'm just going to dodge round it. Have a look at my map again, because I think this is where he's directed us to. Struggling a bit to work out from the map where I am, so I'm just going to have to fish all the water for as much time as I've got. Can't see a couple of nice big boulders and stuff where there might be fish lying, so one of which I've just hooked onto, not a fish, but a boulder. Let's try and come around the back of that. The water seems to be thinning out a bit. Just trying to dig in them little deep pockets in between them boulders. Actually lost off of where I'm at on my map now. I hope I'm not on somebody else's water. I don't think I am. I hope not. I suppose got a bit more depth to it. But I just hang to the side just in case. I haven't seen any signs for the boundary or anything. You'd think there'd be one. Right, we're just going to fish this down the bottom of this stretch just in case. Like I say, I haven't seen any signs to say anything different, so this is probably the best bit of water I've seen, so I'm presuming this is where I've been told to come. Big sedge landed on my neck there, early for them. Oh, this is a much better bit of water, this mind. Probably a bit square, I'll let it get down a bit more. Just having a look around to see if there's any signs. If a boundary, I can't see any. I don't think there's a boundary now actually, I think you can fish all the way to the next bit. Take a bit of time on this little stretch because it doesn't look like the fish make the lines deep enough. Not like all the shallow water I've been covering. Just realised I haven't put my net on. Oh no. Left in the car, left in too much haste. Could make things interesting if we do get one. I'm really worried about fly change all day. I'm quite happy with the way the fly looks in the water and it's getting down, so just stuck it out. I think it's got as good a chance of anything. It's just a small black and yellow tube with a tungsten cone and a bit of flash and a pearly body. Pretty much all you need for spring. So we'll fish down to the tail of this pool because I'm not 100% sure where I am on the map. That was a nice little stretch. It's probably where I've had the most confidence today, thinking now I might get a fish. Right, so we're going to have to assess where we're at here because I'm not quite sure where I am on the map. I don't want to be getting into trouble for going into water I'm not supposed to be on. This pulls about